I mean, in simple terms, we're 13% of the country. We just want 13% of the wealth. Right now, we're living off 0.5%. And if I can make it plain, you're doing a cookout. You got 100 people there, 13 of them black. You got to send out 13 plates. You send out half. You send out half a plate, and you'll see why people fighting. This is what's happening. We're eating off. We're eating off half a plate. 13 of us. In just simple terms. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is, family. And let me say this, family, because this is obvious. I mean, and this is why, family, you gotta criticize, you gotta shame, and you gotta ostracize these Negroes online or wherever, disrespecting and talking against the mission that Ice Cube is pushing, along with our black scholars and economists, because they are traitors, okay? And they are mimicking what crackers do. Crackers can't attack the agenda directly, so they attack the person in front of the agenda, which is that's dumb. That's a false flag. That's deception. That's not even real warfare. That's what they call in the law straw man shit, a straw man argument. All right. This country is what it is because it exploited the creativity and the labor of black Americans for 298 years approximately. They wouldn't have shit in this country if it wasn't for us. That's period. And they economically undermined us and are still economically undermining us. They owe us trillions. Trillions. Okay? If you know a Negro, I know Negroes, bro, and I'm about to start outing them. The only reason I haven't started yet because they haven't pushed, because I watched their profiles and they kind of been silent. But I'm about to start publicly outing motherfuckers on YouTube and all of that. Negroes who talking about, who regurgitate shit that crackers say, talking about reparations as a handout and all that sucker shit. I'm about to start outing them. And y'all got to do the same thing. Because first you got to shame them. And if they still keep running their mouth, you got to bring it to them physically, period.
Our special guest today is Ice Cube. This is a man who's put career on the line many, many times to expose the dirty deeds of the powers that be and provide information to those who are under. I'm talking about the underclass, the underserved, the underrepresented, the underdogs of society, which in the United States of America are most often black people. Even with 30 years of advocating for justice, he now finds himself in the crosshairs of political pundits, bloggers, and voters on the left who are angry about his decision to meet up with Trump's administration. Although I know why they're angry, I can respect their position, but I'm not one of those people. I'm riding with him not just because he's a friend. It's his character that's most important to me because he's been solid for a long time. I'm giving the man the benefit of doubt because he ain't new to this, he true to this. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this is a father, a husband, a friend, a brother, an activist, an actor, a rapper, 10 toes down, real dude. Ice Cube is in the building. What's up, King?
Yeah, what's happening with you, man? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Once I wake up, anything else can be negotiated.
That's right.
So I'm going to ask you straight out the gate, man.
With the rush to put a 6-3 conservative majority on the Supreme Court, we are organizing to make structural changes.
When you saw that you were trending and people were attacking you for meeting up with Trump's administration, did you say to yourself, oh, hell, let me straighten this out? Or did you say, God damn, I'm glad y'all set it off?
Nah, I wasn't neither one. You know, I knew as soon as somebody heard that it happened, that people would be, in their feelings about it.
Right.
I mean, that was calculated, months ago, as far
Right.
as people's reaction. Um, but the real is the real, and what's the truth is the truth. As long as I could tell the truth on what really happened, I wasn't worried about it because, I know we went in there with we wasn't delusional. We don't we believe them about as much as you do. So we ain't delusional, but we thought it'd be stupid not to talk to the administration, especially because you never know, with all the craziness that's going on. And if he win, and for us not to be able to still push our program on him, I think that would be a mistake. And so that was the calculation of, this ain't about party. It's not about blue or red. This is about black. And we're going to go full steam ahead no matter who's in power. And with that posture, we're able to talk to anybody and everybody. And we've helped, Democrats get things done. But we're not opposed to helping Republicans get things done too, especially if those things are exclusively helping black people.
Right. You're a smart guy. So you had to know that both sides was going to put the spin on this thing, like you had to know that they were going to be like, yo, Cube is working with us. Yo, no, Cube is working with us. Why didn't you get in front of the lies before they hit the streets and the attacks began on your character?
Because there was no lies out there to get in front of. To me, this was.
Well, they lied. They lied about you helping them, like actually working with the Trump administration in terms of like you were supporting Trump. They made it seem like you were actually supporting.
Yeah, that's the lie that came out. But before that came out, there was nothing to get in front of.
Right.
The man actually he said the plan in September. So to me, it was done deal. We was actually seeing where else we can push, and we was working to try to get Gavin Newsom to sign a bill. So that was our new focus. Our next focus is trying to get some other things happening. HR 40 is about to go into effect, dealing with reparations. We feel like it need to be fixed. So we was about to really get into other things we want to get done for black people. So it was nothing to get in front of. Once it came out, I had to tell the truth on what really happened. That's it.
Right. Teslyn Figaro talked about how people jump to conclusions based upon what a Trump supporter said. She said that Democrats say all the time that they don't trust Trump. But when his former press secretary, Katrina Pearson, created that tweet that thank you for working with Trump, they believed it without hesitation. And without giving you an opportunity to explain, they went in on you. Why do you think that they were so quick to believe Trump in that situation?
I mean, I don't really know. I think people, got the feelings about Trump. The country has really set him up as like the worst dude ever. So I'm pretty sure people were upset at the fact that there was even a conversation with the administration at all. But me and you have, dealt with many different, kind of businessmen, and at a certain point, you have to have a conversation to see if the rubber's gonna meet the road. If not, it's all speculation. I'm not part of no party, so to me, it was easy to just walk in there and say, "This is what black people need. Do it, but not. If not, I'll see you at the next riot." Pretty much.
Right. That $500 billion platinum plan that Trump so-called has. I checked that thing out, and Black America don't really have any money earmarked for that plan. Like, we don't have any money coming directly to us. There's nothing guaranteed for us. It's for that 500 billion is for the overall program. You clarified that you wasn't an original author, but what role did you have in modifying the plan?
To me, if he's going to spend 500 billion, he should make sure it didn't go to all minorities and it just went specifically to black people through whatever means, but that the money was actually pinpointed for us. You know, of course, they could have went further in their language. You know, to me, all of them fall short because I got the contract with Black America that does exactly what needs to be done, at least initially. You know, of course, it could be better in some areas, but for the most part, you know, I've gotten people to agree from all walks of life that this is a great start. So to me, if you're not hitting these earmarks or hitting these benchmarks, so to speak, then you're falling short anyway. So, you know, to me, it's not up to me believing him. It's up to the people. You know, the people, he didn't lie to me. He lied. If he lied, he lied to everybody when he made his campaign speech. So I think people just still gotta see who they want to vote for. They gotta look at the facts. They gotta go with their heart, go with their gut, and then go for it.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people were tripping because Trump is a known liar. Like, I think it's different if we just meeting with a Republican and that Republican don't really have a history of going back on his word, lying, throwing people under the bus, cheating, lying, throwing people under the bus, going back on his word. The dude went back on a damn international treaty. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't meet with a dude like him because, you know, this guy, I mean, it'd be different if I thought the needle would move, but I just don't think the needle would. I think Trump is all about photo ops and props. And that's how I believe that he used black people. But I respect your decision to at least try. You know, like, you're a better man than me, because I wouldn't even try because I don't believe him. I would have thought I was wasting my time. So, you know, you have more patience than I do in that regard. And you mentioned the contract with Black America. Let's talk about that. That representation, I love it, bro. And I'm going to read it to the audience right now. Adopt a plan of neo-reconstruction to redress past wrongs systematically imposed on Black Americans economically throughout many generations that has resulted in a wealth gap where the average white family has 10 times the wealth of a Black family. In addition to some of the economic initiatives listed below, also formally apologize to Black Americans for past discrimination and slavery. Additionally, Black opportunity and representation will include affirmative action in schools, public and private, per student funding in states on an equal basis instead of paid by local property taxes. That's big. Black representation on all government civil rights bodies, civil rights classes mandatory in elementary schools, gerrymandering reform, additional polling places in Black and minority neighborhoods, Juneteenth to become a federal holiday. That's good stuff, man. Who helped you write this thing? You know, like, I know you took the lead on it, but who are some of the notable people, or maybe people that we don't really even know, that helped you, assisted you with this plan?
You know, Rob Johnson and Chris Broussard, who's the sports
yeah, I know Chris.
Chris,
yeah.
He was working on something called neo-reconstruction.
Okay.
Reconstruction, for those people, quick history lesson. You know, after the Civil War, Reconstruction was the reason we had some wealth. We had people in office. We were starting to build things. And then they came in with the Compromise of 1877 and knocked that out. And So we need to redo that where we were the government did things to make sure black people could catch up economically in this country.
Hmm.
So they wrote a section called Neo Reconstruction. So we adopted their section. They help us get in contact with people like Derek Hamilton, Dr. Claude Anderson. My partner Jeff Quantnitz has helped corral different kind of organizations to really help us get this thing going and get people behind it. We're now getting help from the ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. They're helping with a section. We're looking for black women to help us. We got a professor out of UCLA, or she went to UCLA to come help us with the women's section. So it's a document that's growing and that's kind of, going to continue to grow and get better. When we put it together, we didn't think, oh, this is it. Nah, this is over. Let's just run with it. We knew we want to hook up with experts. We knew we want to hook up with grassroots organizations who have been doing this work. And we wanted to magnify or amplify their message by using celebrity status here and there. So, we've been doing what we need to do to connect the dots. It's not just me running around popping off. It's me connecting with people who've spent their life doing this work, and they haven't been getting recognition. They haven't been getting heard. The work has been gone, sitting on the shelf, and these are things that can help us. We're not in this condition because we can't get it together. We're in this condition because it's designed and it's kind of like worked on to make sure the condition stays the same. It's worked on every day to keep us where we at.
Yeah. I want to salute you, man, for working with all of those other people, man. Dr. Claude Anderson is one of the greatest minds of our lifetime. Yes. To be able to work with that guy, just to sit at the table with that guy and suck up the knowledge that he has. I know you're a listener first. People know you for your message. They know you for the movies and stuff, but they don't know that before you can put a message out, you have to first listen and gather information, and you do that well. How much interference from the outside, and that means like it might be black gatekeepers also, are you experiencing when you're trying to get this thing going?
Well, you got passionate people who have picked a side that they really want to win. And so they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure their side wins. And that's oppose anything that's outside the norm. Anybody who so-called steps out of line or doesn't stay in their lane, as they say, of course they're going to attack. This is their job to really, make sure that their candidate gets in. So we understood that. I've been, paying attention to politics since I was a teenager. So I understand it very well, the ins and outs and how things get done. I understand how bills get introduced and how they get passed. And, what people don't really focus on is the implication of that bill, how they put it in place, how they implement it. And so that's really what it's all about. It's taking it in the stage that it's in. Right now, we got demands. People say they're going to do a lot when they get elected. Now it's up to holding them to them demands and then try to get a bill passed. And after you get a bill passed, you push and see what are they doing in government to make sure the money gets in the hands of the people that it's promised to, and it doesn't get siphoned off by private businesses who partner with the government so they can siphon off this money. So it's a lot of work to be done. I'm not naive, and we're prepared to go to mile.
So what do we do? Let's say it works. let's say that some candidate decides that, you know what, I really do respect that black vote and I want it. So I want to give you guys some of the things that you're saying, that you're asking for. Let's say we get them elected and then you turn around and once they get in, they don't do what they say they're going to do. What's the plan to get them out?
Well, I think it depends on who gets in there. But, you know, of course, you have to hit them with daily reminders, criticism on what they're not getting done, even if they're your candidate. You know, we tend to look at it like we're on a team, and if they win, we just ride with them, even if they